We're gonna build a Colosseum today. And it's gonna be fun, I think. We're gonna be building it right here on this little island. It's pretty small. Should be easy enough. We gotta clear out the trees, maybe level up the ground just a little bit. So to do that, we're gonna do it in the form of a time lapse. But because I am on Bedrock Edition and time lapses aren't really an easy thing, I am going to do that, and then when it's time lapse. Okay, that was easy. It's all leveled out now, which is good. We need it to be a little bit leveled, just so we can then add layers upon it. It is a shame I am tearing out a piece of nature, but if you think of it like this, we're going to be building something on top of it. So we kind of need a bit of a canvas we can build up. Talking about the Colosseum now, let's actually build it. So I have gathered these materials. Some of them I have gathered from Deep Darks from the last episode, and some of them I have stolen from Weave, like this one. Some of them I have stolen from C-Dub, like this one, and other ones I have stolen from everyone, like all this redstone here. We're going to start off by grabbing the obsidian and some crying obsidian and marking out the center of the actual Colosseum. Also, hi everyone, welcome back to the Endercraft SMP. If you don't know, this is an old concept way back from Season 7, I believe. Way back in Season 8, there was this huge, big storyline, mostly between me and Terrace, involving the Pink and the Skulk. And eventually he was going to end up having like a huge Colosseum ring fight attached to it with it. It was going to culminate in a Colosseum ring minigame type stuff. It was going to be pretty cool, pretty epic. I have a whole chart written up for it, but unfortunately, the server closed before we were able to finish it. And here we're going to build, not exactly that. We're going to build a smaller version, because the other one's freaking huge. Are you kidding me? 50 blocks by 50 blocks. Ain't nobody got time for that. That one needs to move a little bit that way. Ow. You know what? Frick it. Arbitrarily, we're just going to say the middle is here, and I'm going to work with it. There. That's the middle. Back to Season 7. It was this whole storyline that would eventually lead up to the Colosseum. There were 3 parts total. First being the establishment of our different areas, and then eventually the fighting would begin between the both of us, and who would win, who would lose, and the Colosseum would have like this whole thing a part of it. It would have been very cool and epic, trust you me. But unfortunately, not all of it was shown out on camera. The first part, though, which is like the only part that was shown, was this one. This what I'm wearing right here. This skin, this was referred to as President April Hampshire of the Endercraft server. Yes, I was president. And oh boy, I was a good one. I mean, comparatively, no one else ran for office, so by default, I am the best ever. Got a shriek! And then after that, some other stuff happened, which I'll mention later on as the episode goes forward. But let's check this out. This is the circle. This is the fighting circle. How is that uneven? How did I make that uneven? Ow! Goodness gracious me, I need to stop dying. Is that uneven? Is that an uneven circle? I swear it's right. Yeah, that's right. Why does it look uneven? Probably because it's not centered within the actual island. That's fine. It doesn't really matter too much. Is this the right size that I want it to be? I could extend it by 1. Extending it by 1 would not be... Why am I using... Oh, I'm using obsidian. Alright, hold please while I break all this. Is this a good size? It's a good size. People will be fighting in this, so they need to actually be able to, like, maneuver around and be like, whoa, yeah, it's good. Alright, I'm back after successfully stealing more supplies from the other members. We have the circle here, and now the design is actually pretty interesting. If you remember from all the way back in Season 7... Nope, Season 8. You're Season 8, not Season 7. Oh, no, it was Season 7. Oh, my bad, yeah. Remember all the way back in Season 7, we had this design nowhere. I was just placing blocks. That's really it. So what we're going to do next is place some pale oak logs that I stole from C-Dub and place them around the ring so the players can all be in there and kept in a nice little container. I did make the floor out of obsidian, just in case if something blows up. The blackstone will explode too, but I mean, I don't know. I think the obsidian looks cool. Crying obsidian because it looks cool too. And then this one, the pale oak, we probably won't use axes just because we don't usually use axes, and I don't know why we would use axes. It's not really a type of combat that works in Bedrock, but if they want to, they can. And just to avoid them from accidentally stripping the wood, where is my axe? There it is. To avoid them from stripping the wood, we're gonna strip it ourselves. So yeah, let's get stripping. Yay! Look at that. Poor man's calcite. You love to see it. How quickly does this break? Ooh, instant. Let's... Okay, no diamond axes. Good to know. So next up is the place where the... So at most, 2 players will be in this battle arena at one time. So we need to think of 2 spots where they'll walk in and out of. Since this is where spawn is, I'd say having one spot be here and another spot here for the entrance would work pretty well. And then what I'm thinking is there... How do I show that? Yeah, right here. They'll be on top of here. There will be like a staircase thingy that it will be, you know, walk them down. And then once the match begins, when I'm sitting on my high chair, boink! It gets retracted, so they can't go back out, but they can get cornered, which is bad. And then they'll just be like, oh, fight, fight, fight. And then whoever wins, the things will open up again, and they'll be able to go right back up. That's why we stole the redstone materials. Unfortunately, there is one thing I forgot. It's the thing everyone always forgets. Collection system. See, while all the players are fighting each other, their tools, armors, and everything is just gonna go flying out all over the place. Which isn't good, because then inventories will get clogged. People will be like, hey, I need to get my thing back. And so, oh, I need to get my thing back. And we don't want that. That causes problems and issues. And honestly, I can't be bothered. So, we're going to do the next best thing and do a hopper rail minecart thingamabooper underneath. That does involve breaking all of this obsidian again for a second time. Hopefully I don't forget the pattern. I probably will. My armor's still on. Alright, there we go. That's better. Hopefully you guys didn't like this pattern too much, because if I forget it, then I forget it for good. So I'm going to break it again, place down the rails, and the collection system. Thank goodness I stole that beacon, right? Alright, we got the floor set up now. I used purple because I have a lot of it, and it is one of the best blocks in the game, because of how widely unused it is. If we go down here, I want to give you guys maybe just a little bit of advice. Usually with minecart rails and circles, people tend to try to make the circle out of the minecarts. And that's a bit difficult. You know, for a game using blocks, it's a bit difficult to have these things going... It's a bit difficult to have these things go all around like this and then eventually lead to one of the outside squares. You have to do some math. Gross. Who wants to do math? So instead, I thought of a pretty genius solution, which is just make it a square. Easy as that. Put your rails down in a square underneath it. You might have to do some building around the actual circle itself, but I mean, this is going to be probably covered at some point. So it doesn't really matter too much. Just right there, we got a little square. Ba bing, ba boom. Look at that. Bam, 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 ba boop, bam. Let's go to bed. Alright, now so moving on to the rail bit. We're going to have one rail right there, and then this one continuing this way. We're just going to build... Oh, crap. I'll add the power rails at the very end just because I'm a little bit lazy, and it's a bit easier to do it that way, at least for me personally. So, yeah. Let's get railed. Wait, alright, then right there, we'll stop it for now. Let's get on doing the powered rail bits. So to those who don't know who powered rails work, sorry for you. They're a pretty cool block. I'm gonna put that there. Nope. Oh, frick. I meant to put a torch there. We're gonna ender pearl out. Perfect. Place that block there, and boom! Because we put the redstone signal underneath, now it is powered. And it'll be powered for a certain amount of blocks. I don't remember the number, so I'm going to make up the number 7. Oh, yeah. That is way more than 7. Oh, there you go. All right, so to actually test out the rails, we need to see how it works with the hopper minecart, which is what will be collecting said materials from underneath. So let's go over here. Duck down and boink, and it should just start going across. So as soon as it slows down, right here, we'll put it right there. There we go. Boink. We're going to add another redstone torch like so. Get some more powered rails, and then 1, 2, 3, just like that. We can start it going up again. Dang it! We can start the minecart going up again. And then here it should speed up again, and then we'll see when it slows down. Wow, look at that. Whoa. Oh. Right here, this is where the collection system is kind of gonna be. It's actually gonna be right here. So we're gonna move the rail so it goes right here into a chest. Like in this spot's gonna go up, land in a chest, drop off all the items, and then go back around. I could have it to where like stops, and then like I can have it go, but like I don't think that's gonna really matter. Not a lot of noise pollution in the middle of the ocean, so you know, I think it should be fine. Hope it doesn't cause lag or anything. I'll build that up, and then I will see you guys again when we get some results. I should build this one further away. Like that. There we go. Okay. Carries the signal from the torch and locks this hopper. Right? No, it doesn't lock the hopper. The hopper is always open. What it does is as soon as items are passed over it, this rail turns off. So I can just show you. I don't know why I'm explaining it. All right, you go there. Same thing. Purr, rail, other junk. There you go. Cool. Push. Ah! Okay, 5th time is the charm. Here. It stop. It dropped. All items. 4, 10, 8, 4, drop all items. Go, 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 go. It went. Perfect. Cool. I'm going to bed. Going to bed. Dang it. All right, we got the 4 pattern back. I think I added a bit pieces, but that's right. And I have extended the wall up by 1, 2, 3 blocks upward, because now we're going to be doing the staircase. Don't mind the purpur. That's temporary. I left it there so I know it's temporary. We're going to be doing the redstone to activate and deactivate the starificator. Over here is the command control center. Like I said, purpur is going to be temporary, but we will have a lever. On, off, and that will control the arena. Like if it's active or deactive. Where's my pickaxe? There we go. Okay, so arena off is this. No, this is arena off. This is arena on. You can tell by the light, and I might add some lights up here too that like show to other players, but mostly for me, on, off. And we're gonna work on one. I'll do the other one off camera because it's basically the same thing. But this is what it is right here. So if you don't know how redstone works, sorry. If you do know how redstone works, then prepare to cringe because I'm gonna say a lot of things wrong. So this is a piston. When we put a redstone torch here, it powers the piston, which has it going forward. We want to depower this torch, and the way we depower a torch is by inputting a signal or a energy, the pulse, whatever, into the block that it's on, whatever block it's attached to. So like so, turns off, and it retracts. And that's what we're going to do with the lever. With the lever, when the game is off, it's like that. When the game is on, it'll be like this. And when the game is off, it'll do this. Wait, why do I need the torch? Come to think of it, wouldn't it just be better if I did this? Wait, what? No, I'm wrong. It has to be this way. What? Off, on, off, on. What am I talking about? All right, so since it's up there, if we place these blocks like so, when we flick the lever, it should activate this dust here. Now, I could show this off. I won't, because I'm going to trust my judgment, which apparently is not that trustful, but, you know, we'll just roll with it for now. Bye, scaffold. There you go. Following the dust path here, it has a strength of 15, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And if I put this here, it should deactivate. Should it deactivate? I think, you know what, let's find out. Not everything's perfect. Imperfections is what make things beautiful, so let's find out. Game on. Off. Game on, nothing is happening. That's because the torch is in the wrong spot. Alright, so as you see, the torch is connected to this block, so we would have to depower this block. But that's not what's happening. We need to put it on this block there, so the signal goes into the block, into the torch. So currently, game is in off mode, and it's currently in on mode. Did I ever mention I am a redstone pro? Hopefully not, because I am not. Okay. That there, signal goes in, game should be on. Or off, game should be off. Stairs retracted, game is off. Perfect, game is off. Turn this on, game is on. Off, on, off, on. Beautiful, perfect. And what I mean by off or on is the players, they can't jump over this. But once we turn this off, they can jump over and go back safely to their areas, their arenas. I wonder if I can... Oh, nice, I'm a pro. No, alright, so I've done some more work with the wall, and after stealing a couple more supplies from Weave and C-Dub, I have enough materials to build up the first room. But before we do that, I want to explain... Oh my gosh, you were not supposed to be... Oh no. Bam! 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 Perfect. Like I was saying, I want to explain this chair a little bit. This is where I will be sitting. This is where I will be conducting the games. Game off, on, off. I also put lights there so you can see off and on. There's a pig now. I feel like this represents me pretty well, my Minecraft journey. You know, you have the emerald block because of how often I spend time with the villagers. You have the iron for how often I do iron stuff, you know, iron farms. The quartz represents the Temple of Gary from season 5 and 6. If you remember what that was, that's a pretty weird storyline there. At least I try to craft. And then of course the pink everywhere, the curse of the pink, we couldn't forget that. And redstone. And I had a little glass block here so you can see the redstone. Wow. So pretty. Anyways, I might add a iron golem head up top or some type of head up there just so you could be like that. And then I'm just here. I could be standing, I could be sitting. I don't know, I haven't thought of that yet. But over here, we will be designing the first room because over here there is a beacon. And that is in the way. So we're gonna be designing it over on the right side, left side. We're gonna be designing it on this side over here. So as I've mentioned before, this is, you know, where the people walk in, they do their fighting stuff. And now we get back into the lore of the previous season. During season 5, during season 5 and 6, in between those two, a new member joined, being Endercraft, who represented the skulk. Everything he had was very skulky and skulk stuff. He had his character was oh gosh, please forgive me for not getting this name right. Scarvis? I think Endercraft and I are watching this. Scarvis? Is that his name? I think so. I hope so. But yeah, that was the skulk. Ooh, very spooky. I know, very spooky. And he was covering an entire island, kind of like Food Island over there, or Food Country. But he was covering an entire island full of skulk. And I decided, when the cherry blossoms come out, to do something a little bit silly. The pink. A curse that would not only scourge the land, but also players' minds themselves. While Scarvis was consumed by skulk to begin with, I was slowly getting infested by the pink until eventually, the pink had consumed me completely. I know, very spooky. Ooh. So that's how it started, until eventually season 7, where we decided to have a all-out war with each other. Terranburg versus I forgot what my land was called, but Terranburg was Endercraft's land. It was all skulkified and it was not skulkified, it was de-skulkified. He got an ancient city and then removed all the skulk and then rebuilt all the buildings, and it was very cool to see. So we're not going to be doing the pink yet. We will be doing the skulk. Cause I'm skulky. Yeah, okay, I thought it was dumb too. Okay, let's get started. So even though his theme was skulk, doesn't mean that everything he did was skulk related. I don't exactly remember his build palette, but I will try my best. If I recall, it was deep slate, polished deep slate as the floors, and then bricks as the walls. All right, so the way I want this to work is, instead of going straight into the room, I want there to be a little bit of buffer. I might actually shrink the hallway. Yeah, that feels a bit better. If we have this connect, like hug the wall a little bit, if that makes sense. Like there will be, like this will be a room that hugs the wall, and then in center hallway where people can go up or to the sides, depending on what they want to see or what they want to do. So let's maybe I should play around with. You're the wrong block. Maybe I should play around with height level a little bit. If I have this wall if I have this room, this door, maybe elevated a little bit, have it go, all the blocks were placed wrong. Have it go down like this, go down a level, and then go down a level again. So you have to like go up the stairs to your death or life, really depending on how you do. Break that. There we go. Okay. Like this, down here. This stuff will have to be covered, so I think this will be at the bottom most. This will be the floor layer, which is good. That's pretty good. Let's make it a 2. Ah! Okay, so this looks like it could work. It's more of a hallway. I kind of I want a room. If I put this here, and then like so, like that, we can maybe have a ladder instead. A ladder would be kind of interesting. Right there, and then a ladder you have to climb up to actually go in. So I could probably push these walls back by 1, like that. Okay, this feels more like a room. This that jump scared me, my face. This feels a little bit more like a room. I'll get the walls a little bit more pretty and decorated later. Just kind of want to get the basic idea. Holy wow, that is some weird deja vu. That is some weird deja vu. I swear I've done this before. That is actually... Oh. Okay, that's weird. So I want to also get some like basic ideas and design for interior decoration. Since these are here, I was thinking we could put some bookshelves that I stole from Weave right here. You know, and Terrace, he was very much of a lore guy. He liked to had the books. I might put some chisel bookshelves later, but for now, it does its job, you know? So now to the actual design bit of things. Let's add in some fun details. Chisel deep slate. Oh, that's too many. Okay, that was way too many. We'll put a chisel deep slate right there, I'm thinking. And then on this wall, oh gosh, this wall here, we'll start adding some skulk. Right there, just like that. Get some more cobble deep slate. Shrink it by a bunch. What would he use? I think deep slate tile wall. It's a material we haven't used yet. Yep, there we go. Matches with that color there. Add a... There we go, like that. Give a bit of a sealant to it. Cool. Okay. What if I could add skulk across the ceiling? Okay, I like that a lot. It's a bit dark, but I do like that quite a bit. The next part being chests and stuff. Where there's the oak, we should go to bed. Alright, I got the wood. Ow. Since this is where players start, they always need a place to put their stuff, so we're gonna put... It doesn't have to be too... It's pretty small, so we can just put a crafting table there. We'll put a double chest right, put it right there. Why not? And then, obviously, to set your spawn, I don't have any cayenne with me, so we're just gonna put a... We're gonna put a bed right there. There you go. No, not there. No. And then another thing we're going to need is a barrel for a very good... there it is, a barrel right here. Because this is where players will get... Boink! This is where players will get new armor pieces. What I'm going to do back here... There's going to be a hopper line that connects here up to my stage area right there. That pink... No, concrete wool... That pink block right there will have a button where I'll deposit in a new set of armor and tools. I was thinking about doing an armor stand, and it would like boing, new set of armor stand there, but I think it'd be easier for players just to go. And also, I don't think I have the space to put like a dispenser machine unless I dig more this way. But I'd like to keep this in its like a circle, as much of a little circle shape that I can. Not too many spots jutting out, besides that and the front entrance here. Oh, crap. Ooh, spooky. Another thing we need a part of this is obviously light. The room is pretty dark, and Terrace famously uses only one type of light, because that is the wrong button. That's the right button. He uses one type of light, which is the soul... How do you make soul lanterns? How do you make soul lanterns? Oh, there's a lantern there. These guys are pretty dark already, so we can add quite a few. One right there, and then this is the actual entrance to go through. We're gonna have to add some ladders. Wait, I can make these already? Oh, shoot. Yeah, I'll make a few. Oh, I can make one. Let's make a few. gosh, dang it. There you go. We got some chiseled bookshelves. Perfect. Let's break these guys and put a few in. They're a bit at an angle, so it's a bit awkward, but yeah, it'll be fine. There you go, some ladders going up that way. Easy peasy. I might add a door here. Actually, yeah, that's right. There was a door in the design. I wonder if I can still incorporate it. It was an iron door, and I'll try to do that off camera, because it might be just more fumbling about. But this is basically it. In the original Colosseum concept, there was going to be a room for each of the members, but as it's a bit smaller scale than it originally was supposed to be, I'll just do the two. And the one with the biggest lore being Skulk and Pink. It's also the easiest to design. I'll be completely honest. I'll just take a bunch of blue wool, I guess. Why not? Just notice my flesh monster from a previous episode. It's a lot more flesh-like. Oh, I like that. It's a lot more creepy. Oh, what a cutie patootie. Okay. Anyways, I got some... Boink. Alright, got some wool so we can make some paintings. Remember, just in case if you don't know what to interior decorate with, paintings don't usually do any bad. Ooh, Trash Panda. No, I think he would like that a lot. Okay. That actually, I had to move the chests just to get this in place. I'm gonna have to put this somewhere else. Okay, you can still sleep in it? Yep, that's pretty good. And then up here's gonna be an ender chest, but I don't have an ender chest. That's pretty good. I like that. I like that quite a bit. And then it leads in here, right there. This is the halfway point where I'll use a different block palette. We'll get that out in a bit. And then up here will be the pink side, which is more of the same, except pink. And if you don't know what I mean, let's go to it. And did it, we did, because this room is most definitely obnoxiously pink. To those who don't know, the theme for that season, I asked around on the Instagrams and whatnot, what should we make the build theme be? What color should we use? What blah, 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 what everything. And we got one comment. I don't remember from who. I'll try to find it. If I can't find it, I'm sorry. But we got one comment that said obnoxiously pink. So I only used the cherry wood for everything. Only the cherry. We have this painting of like a cool portal, because I thought it looked cool. We have the the cherry logs there, which I used a little bit, very sparingly. Wool bits, this pink. Oh gosh, that broke. I don't have the blocks for that. Okay, well, we have the blocks up there. We have lanterns. Oh, I didn't know that. Same thing with all the bookshelves and terrace that we like to make a little bit of stories, a little bit of lore. I even added some extra ones up here with the eye blossoms. You know, since it is another type of, I mean, it has an eyeball. It could be like watching or something. I mean, something I built over here in episode 2, I believe. You know, you have the gray biome right here, and I built this just off camera for fun. Bit of a gray biome with the eyeballs watching the creakings. That is a phone alarm. Think it added a little bit of something else. I think it was pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Another thing I wanted to add though is this bell. I have the bell right here, so you know, game's off, game on. Maybe, I don't know. I'm still trying. I want to think of some type of audio cue. I might be able to squeeze some note blocks back there, but I want something audio-wise back there. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do is this middle section here, the hallway that all players will go through. There's gonna be, you know, the hallway that the players 1, 2, which I can. Will this work? Yeah, that works. There's gonna be 2 staircases that take them upwards, and then finally a secret entrance where I will just kind of like fall in from the ceiling right here. So let's get that started. I'm thinking chiseled tough bricks here to signify players. Have this going out maybe by 3, like that. I wonder if I sprinkle this with something else. Sure, that was on accident, but yeah, we'll do that. We have that there. Where is my stone cutter? Where is my stone cutter? All right, we're gonna make quite a bit of stairs. We want this to go right on top of there. I'm gonna use the polished tuff because I was thinking maybe we use brick, but the polished stuff is a little bit more worn down, as if people have walked over it many times to see the many fights. I think that works. Then we put this here. like so. And then this is the actual seating area. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3 maybe? And then it kind of like a pillar here, so it guides the people up here. I like that. I like that. I think that's decently interesting enough. For floor-wise, I want it to have a cutoff right here, just so you can signify, or just so you can see that, like, this is the player route. This is where everyone else goes. I'm thinking maybe some, not andesite. What are you called again? Tough? Not tough. A cha-cha. I'm thinking of using a little bit of this, maybe. Maybe not that. Might just use the color. We break this layer and build this layer here like that. Like maybe the accent color could be orange. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, this one has blue, and I believe it complementary, or the opposite color of blue is orange, kind of like Hawkeye from season 9 of Remarkerable. So yeah, thank you, Good Times with Scar, for giving me a lesson in color theory. So if it goes up like this, we can have 2, 3, 4, 5. We're definitely going to run out of a cha-cha block, so I might have to go and dig some more or steal some more. No harm in stealing. I want it to be pretty tall, just so like the main entrance is going to have a big doorway that's tall, and then it's going to slowly shrink into this, because I think that's a little bit funny to be expecting something grandeur and, whoa, it's crazy, and then it's very tiny. Alright, let's get that stair back. I kind of dig this brick texture. I don't think I really need to do any type of designing. How far out do I want to go? I think we'll go up this far, and then we'll start shrinking it by 1 every time, just so we can have like a proper doorway, and then it goes tiny, then it goes big, and then it goes tiny again. Like right here. Doorway will be here, doorway will be here, everyone will walk in, be like, whoa, this is amazing, crazy, wow, or something, I don't know. And then they'll walk in. Maybe I could get some of the armor pieces here to be like displayed. And then, you know, people go up here this way, they see the show. People go up the other way, they see the show. They go in here to get ready for the fight. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm gonna have to extend this maybe with Skulk and Pink, just so it can kind of fit like the 2 sides theme. I mean, I'm definitely not partial to one side or anything. I most definitely am partial to one side. Go Pink! Problem are these leaves here. They're part of Undergrounder. If I move this, if I push this back, this wouldn't be a problem. Then everything would be a block higher. Would that be... maybe not. Yeah, okay, I'll push everything back by 1, and then we shall see how that works. Oh, good, a new crafting recipe. Not only did I push this stuff back, I also built up the wall here and extended the hallway quite a bit. Started making some arches, started playing around with the achacha blocks, just because I wanted to. I need to get some honey for that stuff. And I was thinking, what if I put paintings here? Paintings? There's a lot of new paintings I didn't know about, like that one, for example. I have the glow shroom light in the background, and then I just place until I find one I like. I want this one to have the sunflower one. Oh, I just had it. There we go. Okay, that's the one I was looking for. I think it looks good. Although I might change it to a block where it goes in, so like a pane or like a fence, an iron fence or something like that, something that indents inward. But I do like the idea of having like a barrier between the paintings, mostly because if there's one thing I know about the members is that they like to break things and also strip and oxidize stuff. Hence why this stuff is like that. So I might change that in the future. There is one painting I want to get. Not sure if I'll be able to show it to you guys, but it's one of 2 people fighting, and I think that works pretty well since this is a fighting battle arena of sorts. Pig. Yep, that one right there. I want to put this one somewhere. It's 2 by 4. I could have one of these. I could have this wall extend. Oh, no. I can't put it there. Not sure I could put this, but I do want to put it somewhere. What if I have it be like a poster, like a sign outside? Oh, that's a good idea. Anyways, I'm going to keep placing down some paintings around. Actually, I'll show you guys how I do it. It's pretty simple. I just need oh, I don't have that block. We place the black stone here, going up the wall this way. just like that. And in the back, we place the shroom lights, just like so. This acts as a light source block, so even when it is dark in the building, or at least like pretty dim, you can still be able to see it. Is that a new one? I can't tell. Since this server is Endercraft, after all, and you know, Endermen, they're the colors is black and magenta. Come to think of it, if we do a bit of that, have the black stone walls here, maybe going all around, and the floor would be tough, leads up to the stairs, right there. Main entrance, bada bing, bada... Oh, the sheep's gone. Oh no, the sheep's right there. I found a naturally pink sheep. So they're just chilling there for now. But I think that looks pretty good. I think that actually work. We might have to switch that to like, either like maybe deep slate, just to kind of blend in with the tuff a bit better. Bit of a harsh contrast right there. Maybe I could like switch this to a wall block, but that's pretty nice. I'm gonna finish up this hallway, including the roof over. Like I said, I would do a time lapse, but I can't really do that on Bedrock, and I don't think you guys really want to see me build. It's mostly just playing some blocks over and over, and me listening to Taylor Swift. So it's not the most exciting thing in the world, but the exciting part is when it's done. So I think let's do another classic time skip. No? No? Okay. I guess we can do a really nice cinematic fadeaway or something like that. Me and editing. Try to do that, huh? Try out something new. Look in that folder of transitions you haven't used yet. Have to build one. Just barely. No. 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 Okay. Look at that. We got some paintings. We got some paintings up. It looks a little bit nice. I switched all of this to Blackstone because I thought it looked a bit better. I'm keeping the floors tough to maybe be like the Blackstone you walked over. Might be better, bit better. Might be better to do deep slate. But for now, I think it looks good. I think it's an interesting silhouette, to say the least. I mean, it's it's pretty strange. It's like a big mouth. Oh. But anyways, over here. Now, the shulker boxes. As you see, this hallway, it looks pretty good, but it is still pretty barren. Which brings us to here. I have stolen some stuff from Weave, being armor, axes, and tridents. I've stolen back the armor I gave to Weave, now to myself. So we have this, and this will be put somewhere. And then finally, up here with the spooky horses, stuff I've stole from Weave, which are the shulker boxes, which we'll get to in a bit. But more importantly, pop, 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 pop. Armor stands. Alright, so the armor stands will be used to be placed on these spots here. I'm thinking this one could be angled out this way, and then here and here. Nope, the box got in the way. There, actually, I kind of want to show you guys something pretty interesting. So, if you didn't know, there's a feature in Minecraft called Pick Block, where if you, oh my gosh, I'm breaking everything. If you have a block selected and you're not on the block, you can click the button that you have assigned to Pick Block to get the block chosen. But with armor stands, and if you see I have an armor stand in my inventory, if I do Pick Block anywhere, like right there, this is counting as, you might hear my button, listen. Nothing. You cannot do Pick Block with armor stand. You can do Pick Block with armor on the armor stand, but not on the actual armor stand itself. And what I was thinking is, you know, very simple idea, very simple concept. We just give them diamond armor. I was thinking about stealing the armor from the different members, somehow getting them to log on, killing them, and then replacing their armor with different armor, but all of them got netherite. And let's be honest, after that netherite episode, which most of you guys didn't see, but trust you me, I spent hours on, I don't want to do that. I'll actually do the swords last. Alright, then last but not least is the armor I finally stole back from Weave, being the hat, chestplate, bell bottoms, and stilettos. Not the hat, what is it called? The bucket hat, of course, how could I forget? We got all the armor pieces right here, and what I'm thinking we do is, in terms of coolness to least coolness, and then sandwiched in the middle a trident, because I'm well known for my trident, we're going to have each armor stand hold a different weapon that could like signify a different rank, or something. They're all battle related, so you know it fits. It fits. It's pretty simple. Oh, there you go. It's pretty cheesy, but I think it looks pretty good. That armor is a little bit of a weird eyesore because, you know, I mean, all of them are diamond and that one is mostly netherite, but I think they look pretty good. I can have them stand in a certain way. Might play around with this. Let's see what I find out. Let's see what I find. Okay, I think I got it. Nope. Ah, frick. Hold on. I've been trying to get this one for 3 times in a row. No. This one. No, this one. Yes, the dabbing one. I want the dabbing one. Also, it looks like he's like in mid-chop, so that's cool. This one, he has his axe going down like mid-chop. That's cool. This guy's kind of chilling with it. I'm jazzing with it. That's pretty fun. This guy's dancing, and this guy's just kind of standing there. I think it fits. I think it looks kind of cool. I really like that a lot. It is pretty neat. But for now, I think it's pretty good. I just gotta move the horses out of the way and then play a few tester games, which will happen in the next episode. What? Oh. I don't remember equipping this. I remember watching the live streams, but I don't remember equipping this. Okay. Alright, Jack Black's just with us now. Thank you all for watching. Oh, that was really close. I've been doing that for like 5 different times. Next episode will be us fighting in the Colosseum. I'll try to gather a few of the members and just go in there. I'll have to add some signs, or I could just tell them what to do, but I think I'll prefer signs just to see them go in there. I will build an exterior at some point, but for now I just want to get the main inside idea done. And I think I got that pretty good. And also the themes of it pretty well done. Pretty good done, pretty well done. First try. Oh. I put it on the wrong block. That's it though. Can't think of a good way to end the video, or at least any other good ways without, you know, doing the classic, oh, like and subscribe. So, good old death. Ciao. No, hold on. I'm not done. I forgot to do something. I was on the list of things to actually show on camera and not do off camera. The tools, what are they going to be using in the fight? I don't want them to use their actual armor. I've said this before. I don't want them to use their armor, because if they use their armor, well then what's the point? They're going to lose their stuff and blah blah blah. I want them to fight in a nice area where they don't have to worry about losing everything. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Each team, oh crap. So each team will get a set of swords and armor. Do 2 sets of swords and armor, so they can have like 2 lives or whatever. I'm gonna add shields. I just don't have the wood on me right now, but pretend there's wood in there. And then they'll be fighting like that. I'm eating a mint right now, so if it sounds like I'm chewing on something, I'm not. It's a mint. You don't chew on mints unless you're weird. Leave a comment if you're weird. Okay, and the last thing to add are 2 sets of shields, and then some food. I won't give them carrots. Yeah, some food item. They probably don't need carrots. They might, who knows. I'll see after testing it when I get them online. So that's it. Ciao.